Alright guys, Cutlass here. This week I figure it would be a good week to do the main panels for the paint job that I'm going to do on the deck lid with my buddy. And so I'm going to end up having a white panel, a silver panel in the center, and then another white panel here. And the reason for the white panels on the edges is because on the quarter panels of the olds, we have a white stripe. If we choose any other color to really work as our main base, it's going to kind of throw things off. So we're going to end up doing the white panels on the edges with a white pinstripe, because the main white panel is going to end up getting kind of painted over with our lace and our paneling and whatnot. So that's the reason for that. And so we're going to go from there. And so what I'm doing right now is I figure I'd show you guys is, you guys can see I have a dull surface here, and I kind of scuffed it to show you guys you can paint over an already painted surface as long as you don't have too many layers. So you usually grab your gray Scotch-Brite pad. These suck. This one's really stiff. I'm going to be out here for a little bit doing this. The Mirka ones are really good. They'll cut real nice and smooth. But for now, like I'll show just to show you guys the comparison. And this is a pretty, good scuffed surface. No real shiny spots. And then obviously you can see your shiny over here. So that's what you want to look for when you prep out your panel that's already been previously painted. You don't need to sand it down with 400, 500, 600 unless you're going to seal it and paint over it. But you can paint over an existing, finish, and it's fine. This car doesn't have too many layers because this was a brand new deck lid. I threw on like 3 coats of high load primer. I blocked down, I wet sanded it, and it got painted right over. So there's not a whole lot of material on this panel to where I'd worry about it. And same goes pretty much for most of the car. The quarter panels, when I redid them, we put new quarters on there, everything got sanded down. And when I went to go repaint it, I didn't strip the quarter panels down to bare metal or remove any filler. I just kind of fixed whatever dings it required. And I ended up sanding it down with 320 because I did reprime the quarters to reblock them. So if I was to ever repaint the car, those quarter panels would probably have to come down at least down until I'm starting to see filler, or at least the initial layer of feather fill, because I did feather fill those, and you can usually tell when you're down to the feather fill. It's like a white, primer. White primers really aren't that common, but the feather fill I used was like a vanilla. So yeah, that's it, guys. Keep watching, keep following. All right, guys, welcome back to this episode of Fuck This Car. I'm in the cheerful kind of mood, so I'm using wrapping paper for masking tape today. Why? Because I forgot to buy some, so I went crazy around the house and I found some wrapping paper that should work. I already laid down the center color, and now I'm going to lay down the white. Now, I could teach you guys how to paint, but there's a shit ton of videos out there for this already. Usually 12 inches away, your fan pattern, about yay wide. It all comes down to technique, really, and years of practice. I'm not the world's greatest painter. I can do smaller jobs. I've only done like 2 or 3 completes, and they're like solid colors, which are easy. So if you guys really want to see how this turns out, and again, this is just the base paneling for the webbing and everything that we're going to be doing. This is just the base that we're going to be using underneath all of the patterns. So if you guys want to see how this really turned out, you guys can go ahead, follow us on Facebook, Copper's Garage, on Instagram, Copper Cutlass. That one's new. It's kind of easier to post stuff up there, so I'm probably going to be using Instagram a lot more, but I'll still be posting pictures and videos from YouTube up on Facebook. So guys, again, on YouTube, Copper Cutlass, Instagram, Copper Cutlass, and on Facebook, Copper's Garage. So until then, guys, keep watching. Now, I should be wearing a respirator, but the camera girl has it on, and of course my compressor goes off halfway while I'm fucking spraying. So, yes, I should be wearing a respirator, but my future wife is wearing it because her lungs are more valuable than mine. So this will be fine for a few minutes. I could not spray in here all day like this. So guys, keep watching, stay close, and thank you.